the construction of a shopping complex is the activities. There are some activities are parallel activities and sequential manners, right? So if you take a project, there are definite starting date and definite ending date, or ending or a finishing date. Huh? To do a lot of activities to complete the project. So all these things are called activities. Activities are in English alphabetical letters used to denote the activities. Activity one, two, three, like that. A, B, C, D. Activity will be denoted by the arrow marks. For each and every activity, right? So then some activities are no preceding activities. Those activities are directly starting. So in the table, you can see there is a dash, right? Um, dash, yeah. Then activity A, B, C, there is no preceding activities. Then D onwards, D, E, F, G, there are preceding activities. That means you know that after completing A and B, we can start. After completing A and B, we can start. After completing C, D, E, F can start. Similarly, after completing C, D, E, G can start. So this is the order. So while we are drawing a network diagram for this sum, we have to look into carefully activities and preceding activity or pre-activities. Without violating, we have to draw a network diagrams. So while we are drawing a network diagrams, you know how to denote the arrow. Arrow denotes the activities, the dummy activities, right? So I told that we cannot connect it parallelly, right? By Sorry for this. Diagram based on this information A, B, and C. There is no any preceding activities, right? So first, by using there is no informations like that. First, we have to right. First, we have to draw the activities and preceding activities. So A is activity A. There is no preceding activity. B also no. C also no. Then you see from A, B. After completing A and B, D is coming. Therefore, definitely we have to put a dummy. I cannot bend this A or B with that. That is a wrong practice. So this is a necessary kind of arrow, right? So okay, then we forward it to this, right? From then A and B, then E also coming. So from that we can directly get E also. Then you see that from C, D, E, there are three activities are connected. So C can directly extend here, E and D. D we cannot directly join it, right? So therefore, there is a dummy again needed for the second dummy. Then I put it the dummy and then E, G, and F started. Then both are hanging, right? So therefore, to end it, I could use a dummy to connect it. Otherwise, both are two different ways. It's hanging, not finished. So because you see the project, there is a ending one ending point, one starting point, two starting point. So in that way, we have to first know the network diagrams. I have given a normal durations. Normal durations mean time required to complete the activity A. The normal durations, the time unit is days. So the normal duration for that mean normal circumstance, right? In a normal circumstance, how many days are required to complete activity A? 4 days. Then activity B, 7 days. And activity C, 6 days. Activity D, 5 days. Right? Activity E, 7 days. Activity F, 6 days. Activity E, 5 days. So these are the individual time required to complete the activities. So now we have to find the overall project completion time, right? We have to find out the overall project completion time. Okay. So how to do it? Then we replace that these figures A 4 days, put it here, B 7 days. So below the arrow we have to put the durations. C 6 days, this one. D 5 days, this one. And E 7 days here. And F 6 days here. And G 5 days here. Right? G 5 days here. So now you see that then after placing the time, we look at starting from 0. So if you are come this way, A is taking 4 days. The end of this tail event 4 days. Here dummy. Here if you come this way is a 7. So comparing 4 and 7, we have to consider 7 because it's the longest one. So if you consider 4, this 7 cannot be completed. So therefore it is a 7 we have to consider. And from 7 plus 5, 12. If you are moving this way, 12. And here if you are coming 7 plus 7, 14. You are coming 6. So there are three for this point. There are three paths are connecting. This dummy is coming, from E is coming, and also C is coming. So now we have to look at here 7 plus 12, 7 plus 5, 12. right? Dummy, there is no post or anything, right? So this path is 12, this path is 14, this path is 6. So we have to consider highest one 14. Then 14 plus 6, 20. Then 14 plus 5, 19. So therefore again we have to consider this path. That is the total project durations. The completion time is 20 days according to this example. So then we analyze the paths. How many paths are there in this network diagrams? So we identify one by one. So I missed this path too, right? MS 196, no? 96. Told that there is one path is missing. Then A dummy, P dummy, G. So likewise, we have identified 10 paths. Paths to know that ways we are coming to starting to end. So starting point, ending point, how many paths are there throughout this? By looking at this arrow marks, we can, this is one path. This is the path, right? So all the paths are given names. Okay, now I'm asking to do that homework. That what is the duration of the path one? How much? A. Hello students, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Students, can you see? Okay, right. So how many days required to check the path one? P1?
15 days.
15 days. 15 days.
15 days. For 1, 5. Okay. Is it okay?
Yes,
So
sir.
path A, you see 4 days. If you come 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 6, 15. Okay. 15 days. Okay. Huh? Right. Path 2,
14 days.
how many days?
14 days.
14 days. Okay. Right. 14 days. I am not checking. Right. So then path 3,
17 days.
17 days.
17 days. Okay. I'm not checking as per your answers I'm writing. Anybody have any issues? You can raise it. 17 days. Path 4,
16 days.
16 days. Right. Then path 5,
18 days.
18 days.
18 days. Right. Path 6,
17 days.
17.
Yes, sir.
Days. Okay, path 7 we have find 20 days. Then path 8, how many days?
19 days.
19 days.
19 days. Right. Sorry. Path 9,
12 days.
12 days.
12 days.
12 days. Okay. Right. So path 10,
11 days.
11 days.
7 days.
Right. Anybody, if you have any problem or any different answers, you can tell now. This is a homework I have given. Anybody have any issues? Now, students, you see that Hello students, can you see this board?
No, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
now,
Yes, sir.
right. Now you see that I am going to further discuss about this term. Can you see this table what I am doing?
Yes, sir.
Now I am going to put this information in a table, right? You can carefully observe that, right? This is further improve your understanding. So now you see that this is I'm starting from 1. 1. How many days it take this project? 20 days, no? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Eleven, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Right, this is about number of days. Huh? The horizontal axis take about, right, number of days. So this project need 20 days. So now if I take activities, so first activity is A, no? So we'll take A. So I put activity A here. How many days is take activity A? How many days? 4 days. So I am shading now these 4 days. This is about activity A. Activity B, how many days?
7 days.
7.
So then 7 days. I use a different color. 7 days. Activity C, how many days?
6
6 days.
Any doubts on this? So because all are starting from 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, like 20 days are needed. So this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So activity C 6, activity B 7, activity A 4 days. Now activity D, A, B, C, D, no, activity D starting from where? You see activity D starting from after completing A and B. Where? Right, activity D starting from after completing A and B. A and B is completed here. You see that 7 days maximum day. From that D is starting. D how many days?
5 days.
D how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. These you see that D is starting after completing A and B, right? So it will take it will take 5 days. So this is the point. D is starting. It will take D is taking 5 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next activity A, B, C, D, E. E is how many days? E students how many days?
7.
And E also starting after completing A and B, isn't it? After completing A and B, E also starting, that is 7 days. Now you see that right, E is starting like this. Right? Right? A, B, C, D, E. After that, what activities? F. F how many days?
6, sir. 6.
8 days. Huh? 6 or 8? 6, no?
6.
6. Then you see that after finishing this point, E is starting. This is 14 days. Okay. Then this is starting. How many days? 6 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Now you see that all these durations I have mapped in a chart. So what is the critical path? D. You see that critical path is D. Right? Straight away then E, this one. Okay. E, then from E to F. E to F. Okay, you see that how it's moving that. How many days we can delay activity A? How many days we can delay activity A? By looking at this diagram, can you say how many days we can delay activity A?
3 days, sir.
3 days we can delay, because this shows that this this gap shows that this gap shows that this gap shows that this 3 days gap shows that right, this 3-day gap shows that right activity A can be delayed by 3 days. Okay, did you get the point? Because after A and B complete only D can start and E can start. So therefore we can delay 3 days. Right. So delays duration I put it in a yellow color. That shows 3 days you can delay. Right. Activity A can delay by 3 days. It's not going to affect the project durations. Okay. Right. How many days we can delay C? How many days we can delay C?
1 day.
1 day. Now you see that if you ask in this diagram, how many days we can delay A, because it's a 7-day. So he required 4 days. Then starting from 3 days we can delay, because it's 7 day. 7 minus 4, 3 gap is there. That's why that's what it's shown in this diagram, 3 days. Similarly, look at this C. C is 6 days. B is 7 days. So therefore we can delay 1 day. C also. Right? That possibilities are there. So you see that A is a non-critical activity, C also non-critical activities. Can delay. C can delay 1 day. Activity D. How many days we can delay activity D?
2.
2 days. Yes, of course, 2 days. These 2 days we can delay. The yellow shaded, now I am shaded. These 2 days we can delay. Right? We failed to draw one activity. What is that activity? Activity G. Activity G, how many days required?
5.
5 days. So it's starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Right? So how many days we can delay activity G?
1 day.
1 day we can delay. So how many days we can delay activity F? How many days we can delay activity F?
1 day.
Activity F
Can't delay, sir.
can't delay. F cannot delay because if you are delayed 1 day, then project duration become how many days? 20, 21 if you delay 1 day. Right? So the critical activities you can see cannot delay. If we delay critical activities in the critical path activities, then it will affect this project durations. It will affect this project durations. Okay, it will affect this project durations. So we cannot delay critical path activities. Non-critical paths we can delay. So according to these diagrams, right, non-critical activities such as A can be delayed 3 days, C can be delayed 1 day, and D can be delayed 2 days, and G can be delayed only 1 day. Critical activities cannot delay. There are 3 critical activities: B, E, and F. B, E, F cannot delay because you see arrow marks I am saying starting from 0 to here 7 days, then it start from here, E start from here, then from that F start from here. So you see B, C, F are critical activities which are following the critical path. Other activities in this table. So in this table, what are critical activities? B, E, F. B, B, E, F. All are critical activities. Those activities cannot delay, but A can delay, C can delay, D can delay, E can delay some days. Did you get the point, students?
Yes, sir.
Students, did you understand? Okay. Right. So this is other way of presenting the same informations. All right. In the network diagrams, how it's organized is a bar chart. Right? You can easily identify all these things. So by doing this one, we can see how many days we can delay for non-critical activities. If your critical activity is delayed, then project duration will be expanded. 20 become 21 or 22 like that. Right. So now you have to answer for my team. Some basic things. What is the normal duration of this project? What is the normal duration of this project? What is the normal duration of this project, student?
20 days.
20.
Normal duration of this project. Okay. Normal duration is 20 days. Okay. You got the point. Right. Normal duration is 20 days. What is the critical path of this project? What is the critical path of this project?
B, E, L, F.
The students, please answer. What is the critical path of this project?
Part
B,
7.
F.
கொஞ்சம் பிள்ளை இருக்கு அதான் நீங்க எடுத்துட்டு எடுத்துக்கீங்க அப்படின்னா நான் அந்த முதல் செய்யட்டா அது ஆல்ரெடி நீங்க ரூபிக் அதெல்லாம் கணக்கல நான் பார்த்தேன் ஆல்ரெடி பிரச்சனை இல்லை மாற்றி மாத்தி செய்தா நான் நம்ம நினைக்கப்பட்டது அதான் நான் நினைக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னா அதுல இன்ட்ரடக்ஷன் செய்யத்தானே சொல்லுவாங்க கட்டாயமா இருக்கட்டும் ஓ பிரச்சனை இல்லை நீ பேசிக்கா இப்ப ஸ்டாஃப் தர அசஸ்மெண்ட் தெரியும் தானே நீங்க அங்க சரி ஆமா சரி சார் Hello students, what are the non-critical activities of these projects?
A, C, D, G.
A, C,
D, G.
okay. How many total number of activities of this project? 7, right? All are basic things, right? So I hope this, how many parts are there? 10 parts, right? Why we are saying it's a critical part? This is the most highest days taking, 20 days. All other things are coming within that. All these parts, you see 10 parts are there. The number of days required to each part is given, right? Part 1, part 2, part 3, right? All these things, all are basic things. Any doubts on, I am going for the next aspects. So if you are failed to understand the next things, you cannot understand it. That's why I'm asking. You know what is critical path, how to draw network diagrams, what is the, in which circumstance we have to use the dummy, right? What are the critical activities, what are non-critical activities, how many activities are there, what are the paths are there, right? What is the critical path, what are the critical activities, all these things you know, isn't it? Right. Now I am moving to other things. Now you see this table. Can you see this table?
Yes, sir.
Students, can you see this table?
Yes, sir.
Right. So the normal durations is, you know that normal time, how many days required. In addition to that, there is other duration is also there. That is called crash durations. That is called crash durations. The crash duration means, right? Crash duration means we can reduce, right? Sometimes you see that the project owners may say that I need the project for buildings in a 10 days time, or 15 days time, or 14 days time, right? So therefore, what we have to do that we have to quickly complete the task. So normal time, the A required to 4 days. The crashing means shortening the time or reducing the time. Then they will try to complete it within 2 days. But they need extra. cost-wise more. So there are possible to crash it, right? B, how many days normal duration? So how many days take the normal duration activity B?
7 days.
7.
That is 4 days. So how many days we have reduced?
4 days.
No, 4 days is okay. How many days we have
3.
reduced?
3.
We have activity C, normal duration 6, crash duration is 5. How many days we have reduced?
1.
1 days.
1 days. The activity D, normal duration 5, crash duration 3. How many days we have reduced?
2.
2 days.
2 days we have reduced. Activity E, 7 become 5. How many days? Difference.
2.
2 days.
2,
2 days.
right? Activity, yes. Activity F, also 2. Activity G, also 2. Okay. So now we can draw a network diagram for this, which one? Crash durations, right? Crash durations to 5, 2, 3. So what we have to do the same network diagrams, but we have to copy it. I copy here and put a title, crash duration network diagram. Crash duration network diagram. Crash duration network diagram. Now I'm changing that. A is how many days? 2. Right? A is 2. B, how many days? 4, no? 4. C5, check that, then correct. C5, D3, D3, E5, F4, G3. Okay, G3. Now I'm changing the crash duration in the network diagram. You have to draw separately. Yeah? You have to don't do it the same one. Right? You have to do draw separately and do the calculation. So starting from 0, then it's become 2. Right? This is 2. Then this is 4. 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3, 7. 4 plus 3, 7. Then um, seven. Then 5 plus this one is 9. 9 plus 4 and 13. Okay? 13, 12, 13. Now, what is the project completion time? Friends, now what is the project completion time according to the crash durations?
13 days.
13 days, not 30, 13 days. Is there any changes in the critical path? Friends, there's any changes in the critical path?
No, sir.
No, same, right? Okay. So now crash duration of this project is 13 days. Normal durations, how many days? Hmm? This is
Days.
about the normal duration. Normal duration is 20 days. Crash duration is 13 days, right? Yes, 13 days. Okay. So this is also may happen, this kind of things. So now I'm introducing another column, normal duration and normal cost. Right? Normal duration and normal cost. You see that the normal cost of each activities are given. Normal cost of each activities are given. So the activity A, 4,000. Right? Activity A, 4,000. Activity B, 70, D, 5,000. Activity E, 7,000. Activity F, 6,000. Activity G, 5,000. Okay. So these are the normal cost of activity. So to complete activities A, it take 4 days. The normal 4 days, the cost is 4,000. Right? And activity B, the normal duration 7, it will take 7,000. Activity C, 6,000. So it's not proportionate, just I put randomly. Yeah? D, 5,000. E, 7,000, 6,000 and 5,000. Now you see that in the projects, apart from this activity cost, there are side costs. Side cost means side cost or fixed cost, side cost or fixed cost, or sometimes termed as indirect cost. Indirect cost. Site cost, fixed cost, indirect cost. Sometimes that is also happen per day, right? Say for example, until we complete the project, we need a security people, electricity, right? Storekeepers, etc. So that is not relating to the activity. That is not relating to the activity. The site maintenance, electricity, security people, office maintenance, all these things are there. But that will happen for the until the project is over. So if there are 20 days, 20 days only needed. Beyond that, we don't need it. So the fixed cost may given per day or per month on that basis. So in this example, say the site cost or fixed cost or indirect cost per day, how much? 1,000 rupees. Say about the 1,000 rupees. Now we have to what is the normal cost of this project? The normal cost means each activity cost site cost, site or fixed or indirect cost. Right, indirect cost. Activity cost is the summation of all the activities, because why? Total activity cost. There are 7 activities, right? 7 activities are there. So activity cost, each activity cost A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So how much this total cost for all these activities? All activities how much? 4,000 plus 7,000 plus 6,000 plus
40,000.
20.
40,000.
40,000.
40. Students 40 and 14 are different. You have to carefully say 40,000. So 4 plus 17, 17 plus 5, 22, 22, 29, 29 plus 11, 40,000. Each activity total cost is 40. Each activity total cost, right? 40,000. Site cost how much? Per day how much? 1,000. How many days required to complete the project? The normal duration time.
20 days.
Per day 1,000. Therefore 20 days the project. So it should be how much? Then the normal cost how much total?
20,000. 20,000.
40 plus 20,000.
60,000.
40,000,
60,000.
20,000. That is equal to 60,000. Right? So this is how the cost calculations for the normal duration, normal cost calculations. Okay. Any doubts, anybody so far? Please raise. Please ask me, right? Then slowly moving into some difficult area. Students, so are you okay? No, students, are you okay?
Okay, sir.
Right. So now it's okay. Normal duration, you know. Normal cost calculation, you know. Crash duration, you know. How to do crash duration network diagram, you know. Now we are moving to crash cost, right? Now you see that crash costs. Now you see in this the crash cost is given, right? What you can observe from this crash cost? What you can see by looking at what you can see, whether increase or decrease. Whether it's increase or decrease.
Increase. Increase.
Huh?
Increase.
Why? Why it has increased? Friends, why it has increased? Hmm? Friends, why it has increased? Because why it is increase is that while we are doing the task by using or deploying extra resources, right? By deploying extra resources, the cost will increase, right? The cost will increase. So how much increase for the activity A?
2000.
2000, right? 2000 increase. How many days reduced? 4 reduced by 2, no? Per day, how much? Per day increase, how much? That is called cost slope, right? That means per day increase. Cost slope or per day increase, how much?
1000.
1000.
1000.
Okay, right. 1000, right. You can see the table, no? The per day, because I divided by 2, right? Because number of days reduced is 2. 4000 normal duration, crash duration 6,000 because we have to finish it quickly. Therefore, we have to use extra machineries, manpowers, right? Time, overtime, etc. Therefore, cost increased by 2 days, 2,000 increase. So the per day it's 1,000, right? The second case, B. How many days cost increase? 3,000, no? 10,000 minus 7,000, 3,000. How many days reduced?
3.
3 days.
3.
So that also per day cost is 1,000. Okay. So the next one, C. By 1 day. So that is also 1,000. It's not always 1,000. This example is but it also 1,000. Right, then E, you see that that is also 2,000 divided by 2 days, per day 1,000. And F also total increase 2,000 divided by 2 days, per day is 1,000. And here, how much? That also 2,000. Okay, student. Did you understand this table?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, what is the crash cost of this project? Now, the question is, normal cost, you know that. What is the crash cost of the project? Because you have already drawn this network diagram for the crash. That is 13 days. Crash duration network diagram you have drawn. That is 13 days. Now, what is the cost? Can you find and put it in a chat box quickly? Did you get the questions? Hello, students, did you get the questions? What is the total crash durations, crash cost of this project? So crash cost 67,000. So 9654. 67, 67. Right now we will see that. So the crash cost is that how many days? So if you add all these costs, how much? This total of this cost, crash cost, total how much? Total cash cost how much, students? Cash cost total how much?
54,000.
54. Right, 54,000. So then 13 days into 1,000, no? Side cost also will come, right? 13 days into 1,000, 13,000. Then 54. Then you have to make 67. Isn't it? That is the logic, right? So 67. Okay. So but it's not 67, right? Because you have calculated this way. 54, right? Plus 1,000 multiplied by 13. 13. So 54 plus 13,000. You see, there are some errors in that. Now you see that this these non-critical activities. So what are the non-critical activities in the projects? A,
C,
A, C, D,
D,
E. So we have to check whether this is a meaningful reductions. A, now you see 4 days, we reduce as 2 days. Whether it's required. A. Whether it is required. No need, no? Because why? This is unnecessarily we have reduced. No need for this. Okay, so this is not required. Do you understand? Hello students, did you understand this? Students, did you understand it? Students, if you say yes or no only, that I can feel. If you are silent, then how I can teach it? Do you understand or not?
no, sir.
You see that crash duration, how many days? Can you see these diagrams?
yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes. Okay, that is okay. That is okay, no? Right. While we are crashing, there are two types of activities are there in the projects. What are the activities? Critical,
and non-critical.
non-critical activities. So in the non-critical activities, what are those? A, C, D, and G. All these things also we have reduced number of days. If you reduce number of days, that what will happen? Cost will
Increase.
increase. But we have to check whether those cost increase is necessarily needed. Right? Necessarily needed. Otherwise, it's wrong. Now you see this network diagram, crash duration network diagrams. It's a 13 days required to complete the projects. A also we have reduced how many days we have reduced. A in the normal diagram 4 days are there. We have reduced by 2 days. Whether this reduction is required really. Required or not. Not required by, you see here, if I make it 2 plus 2, 4. Here 4. Here also 4. Right? Therefore, no problem. The duration is not going to change. Right? So therefore, these 2 days reduction increase post how much? $2,000. You see in the table, this is no need. So 67,000, you have to minus this 2,000. Right? You have to minus this 2,000. Right? What else? Now check the diagrams. Now you see that non-critical activity A. B is a critical, no problem. C, look at C. C, how many days we have reduced? 6 days. We have reduced as 5 days. Whether its reduction is needed in the C. No need. Why? You see 4 plus 5 is a 9. If you add 1 day, plus 1, how many days we have reduced in the here this additional 2,000, no need in it. Because you see that crash duration is 13. That's not going to change it, even if you adding that one. Try to understand. It may be difficult to understand a little bit. Try to understand. Try to think about it. Right? See. Then the non-critical activity is which one? Look at the D. D, how many days are there? Normal duration 5. Crash durations 3. Now you see that how many days we have reduced in the activity D is again. All additions I put the plus with the red color. Now you see that the one, okay, 4 plus 5, 9. 4 plus 5, that is also 9. So no problem, right? Because this if you come this way also this way also plus 5, 9. So this is also additional increase. In the D also how much? Cost increased by in the D 2,000. Additional increase in 2,000. That is also not doing that. Then last one is a G. Look at G. G we have reduced 5 days reduced as 3 days. But carefully look at G. Here 9 plus 4, 13. Here 9 plus 3, how much? 12. So therefore, in the G, already is a 6 days, reduced as a 3 days. Sorry, 5 days. G is a 5 days, no? Yes, G is a 5 days. originally D 5 days is D is as 3 days. 2 days we have reduced. But if you add these 2 days, it become as what will happen? You add all 2 days, what will happen? Project duration will change it. Why? It's become as a 14. 9 plus 5, 14. That is a violating a minimum duration. So therefore, we cannot add all 2 days. 1 day we can add. Now that is also become as a 9 plus 4, 30. So here only 1 day. 1 day cost is 1000. Right? Here only we can consider, not all. 1000 we can consider. Right? This 1000, this 2000, this 1000, this 2000. How much altogether? 2000 plus 5, 6000. So 67,000 you have found it. From that you have to minus 6,000. So 67,000 you have found as the answer for the crash duration cost minus, right? This 6,000 you have to reduce it because unnecessarily we have reduced the duration and increased the cost. 2, 1, 2, 1. So 2, 2, 4, 5, 1 plus 1, 6. So 6 we have to reduce it. Okay. So then if you reduce 6, how much? That is 61,000 is the crash duration cost. Okay. You understand or not? Friends, if you are silent, I have to assume you have understood that. Now, if I say exams, become 240 people. Now, only 123 is there. If I give an exams, immediately all will come. Right? Okay, did you understand this, student? What is the crash duration is 13 days. Crash cost is 61,000. Are you okay, or if you have any issues, please tell me that. Hello students, are you connected?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Students, did you understand it? Did you understand it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, good. So that you have to carefully look into that while you are calculating the crash durations, because the non-critical activities. Now, how many critical paths are there now? This is also become critical path. O, A, D, G also become critical path now. Right? So in this, after making adjustments, A, D, and G also become as a critical path. Okay, right. So why we are not fully added all 2 days in the G? Only 1 day we have added. Why? Hmm? Why you are not added all 2 days in the activity G? Because if you are adding that one, what will happen? That will increase the project duration as a 14 days. Then it's a violating that minimum durations caching principles. So therefore, without increasing, right, we have whatever the adjustments and activities we can do without increasing, right? Okay, that's why we are not adjusted. Okay, we will meet on 1:30. 1:30 there may be exams, very careful. So thank you very much.